The next stop will be Deansgate Castlefield.
We have arrived. It's not bad. Pretty clean. Hello. Good morning. So it's just after 7 and I'm just about to start getting ready. I've just realised I've no way of weighing myself, and I didn't even think about it before we went. I could have done like a final weigh-in, couldn't I? Like yesterday morning or something, but never mind. I'll just do it a day later, like Monday morning, first thing, do it like that. So today we're going into like the main town and we're just gonna go sightseeing, really. Just go looking at all the buildings and walk up to the castle. Apparently it's a massive uphill trek, so I don't know how traumatised I'll be after that. Obviously we'll be having lunch while we're out as well. Apparently they do breakfast here, but I've read a few things online about apparently the guy that does breakfast is a bit strange and gets a bit funny with you. It's like a buffet style breakfast, and apparently it gets a bit funny if you have what he thinks is too much food. It's a bit strange. So yeah, I don't know about going for breakfast here. I'm a bit scared. But yeah, we'll just see where the day takes us. I think my main kind of want today is to see the astronomical clock and go on the river on a boat. I want to get one of them boats that you can pedal along the river. That would be really cool. Taking as much as we can, really. I mean, we've got tomorrow as well because our flight's not till the evening, so we don't have to go crazy. We'll just see where the day takes us, and I will see you in a bit. Good morning. So it's Sunday. We're just getting ready to leave. So we're going to take our suitcase and drop it at a storage place at the train station. And then we're going round the town centre again today. And then we're going to go and collect the suitcase nearer to our flight time and get a train to the airport. Yesterday was awesome. We went to the castle. It's a proper trek. It's like a big uphill trek, but we got so many steps in. We were going to do a pedal boat, but they were cash only, and by that point we were absolutely exhausted. So yeah, we just thought, well, we'll do it tomorrow. It looks like the weather's actually going to be a bit nicer today as well. It was really windy yesterday and it kept spitting. We got about 16,000 steps in. We were absolutely shattered when we got back. So I'll see you in a bit. Morning. So it's Monday, so I'm just going to wrap this vlog up. So first day we got there, we didn't really do anything because it was late at night. So we got an Uber from the airport to the hotel, which was about 30 quid in our money. And we got we just found an app that you can order food online with. So we got a pizza, and I had I think I had one slice of it, and that was it. I really wasn't feeling food at all. And then the next day we got up early. We went for breakfast at the hotel because that was included with the price. and it was the weirdest breakfast I've ever seen. So they had these like cakes that look like roulades, but without the meringue and stuff on top. Let me just secure my car. So yeah, there was like these weird cakes, there was fruit, some cereal, not a lot. There was like plain bread, but I didn't see any butter. Then they had this big bain-marie thing, so like hot water, container on top, keeping it warm, and inside there were just boiled eggs, or still with the shell on. And then they had a plate of like cold meats, so like ham, salami, that kind of thing. And then they had another bain-marie with hot dog sausages in. Jason's absolutely scarred for life over that. He just can't get over it that they had hot dogs for breakfast. And that was it for the breakfast at the hotel. I don't know if that's like a traditional Czech thing, that's what they eat for breakfast over there and that's quite normal, or if, you know, that was just a bit of a half-hearted attempt at some kind of full breakfast thing. I don't know. So, you know, we had some of it. I had a couple of hot dog sausages and a boiled egg. But yeah, it was very different to what we used to. Hotel itself was lovely. The rooms were fantastic. They didn't have a telly in. They didn't have a kettle and tea and coffee and stuff like that in. But generally, if you're not in the UK, you wouldn't expect like tea and coffee and stuff in the room anyway. And the beds were so comfy. After breakfast, we went round the main old town, they call it. So we're in zone 1 mostly of Prague. So we walked round, we went to the castle, which took ages to get to because, like I said, it's a massive uphill trek. There's like a few steps, then an uphill bit, then a few steps, and it just goes like that all the way up till you get to the castle. The grounds of the castle and the castle itself were gorgeous, but it's weird because you can't actually tell what bit is castle and what bit isn't. It's very odd. I think what they've done is they've just salvaged what buildings were left and then added other buildings into it around the original buildings. There's like a massive cathedral / church. There's a museum, all sorts, but we found a lovely little restaurant in there. Jason had beef goulash, so like really traditional Czech meal, and it was stunning. It was so good. The beef, I don't know how they got it that tender, but my god, it was amazing. I had a chicken Caesar wrap, but I could only eat one half of it. It was massive. I think I got a clip of it anyway, but my god, it was huge. So then we went back into town and we just walked around again. We stopped at a couple of coffee shops, but we were just mostly looking at the buildings and, you know, the architecture, and just taking everything in because it's such a gorgeous place. You know, you just want to look at everything. So we did that. So we thought, right, we'll go back to the hotel and chill out and just enjoy an evening in the hotel room. So we did that, and then we went back the next day to the pedal boats. Oh my god, it was hard work. I've never been on a pedal boat before, and that's really crazy to say because I grew up in Chester, and Chester is like known for the River Dee and the cruise boats that they have, and the pedal boats and all of that. And yeah, I was really shocked at how hard it was to do them. But yeah, we managed it. Jason thought I was going to fall over when we were getting in the pedal boat. Honestly, I did as well. I've no kind of coordination or balance or anything. And yeah, I nearly went face first into the water at one point, but I didn't. I managed to keep my dignity intact. Went for a couple of coffees again, walking around zone 1. We went to the astronomical clock. We just did more walking around town, and then we got to a point where we were just exhausted because we'd done so much walking. We were just absolutely worn out, so we went and collected our bags. There's a little cafe that you can drop your suitcase off with them. They'll give you like a little ticket and they'll store your suitcase for the day, and then you just go and collect it before you go to the airport. So we did that. We went and got our suitcase, and then got an Uber to the airport. Then we had some food, chilled out a little bit in the, you know, seating area in the airport, and then it was just time to get on the flight home, and that was that. But the bloody security at Prague airport's weird. It was fantastic. It was such a good weekend, but I'm absolutely exhausted now, and I've got loads of laundry to do and all of that. But yeah, I mean, I find travelling very stressful anyway. Too many people, too much noise, overstimulation, and just you know, not being in my usual like comfort zone. It just really throws me, travelling and stuff like that. But it's definitely worth it. I think if we were to go again, we'd probably go for a bit longer, just so we could like experience more of the place. I was just absolutely gobsmacked at the layout of the place, and how there's such a massive mix of old and new all over the place. So there's like really industrial, modern buildings dotted around everywhere, but mixed in with them there's just these amazing, stunning, traditional, really old buildings that are just absolutely beautiful, like intricate details in the stonework and all of this. But like I say, in between all that is all this like crazy, modern, almost futuristic looking buildings, to some degree, just mixed in with all of it. It's just such an unusual place. I've just really enjoyed it. The cost of food and drink over there is crazy. Couldn't believe it. It was so cheap. So that's the end of this vlog anyway, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.